All right, welcome back, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy FOMC day. All righty. Morning, guys. Welcome back. Margin, John, Tur, Levels, Lawrence, Ver. What's up, Rob? Rob and Bob, Jason, Chef, morning. Foonman, Matt, Robert, Black Coffee Trader. What's up, guys? G Pilot, HB. How's it going, everyone? That's Woody. What's up, Woody? How you doing, man? Yeah, I'll probably jump on the Discord voice around 2 o'clock today. 2 o'clock, 2:30. See what's going on, see what's moving. Morning, morning, morning. Ah, now I get it. We're getting scientific, Woody, huh? All right. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Today is FOMC. Today is another day inside the same range that we've been in for now almost 7 trading days. Today, hopefully, is the day we get some signs of a break of that range. That is what a lot of people, I think, are hoping for. Because the price action inside this range has not been the best. But, hey, let's see. Yesterday was a really nice day for the swing trades that I had. Made back a nice chunk yesterday on Circle, CRWV. So that was good. Happy about that. Circle, nice upside. CRWV, nice upside. Finally got that little crypto push that we were looking for. We'll see if it sticks. You know, that's the key. Today is the day, whether that sticks or not. But it was a nice day yesterday on those plays, and position myself well to stay patient here. We'll see what today brings. That's really it. Wait for 2 o'clock. Stay pretty patient before that. Really no inclination to get too active before that event today. Yeah, I mean, not at all. I mean, if something maybe shows up on the intraday that's clean for a little scalp, maybe there's something there, but nothing big, nothing too aggressive. Let's let this event pass by, and let's see if we can take a move off the momentum. Hopefully, off that move. So, yeah, that's really it, guys. I mean, besides that, let's just do our levels. Let's get our some setups. Let's look at some setups. Let's game plan for, I would say we game plan for post FOMC. Give some scenarios for what I think you could see. And then just prepare for any scenario that comes around. Proper preparation prevents poor results. Poor performance. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. The 5 Ps. All right, let's get started. Press that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And here we go. So, NASDAQ futures, yesterday we had an NTZ, and we stayed within that zone the entire day. So, yesterday we created the NTZ between the Thursday high day and the Monday lows. And the best move of the day was really just a sweep of the Monday lows that created a nice morning upside. right? That was really it. Yesterday we moved lower. We came back down to the Monday low a day. We swept it and we ripped higher. Right? That was really the trade of the day right there. Just, understanding that the NASDAQ wanted to come test those lows from the prior day, which was right here. So prior day lows, also these Friday lows, and you just came back down to it, tapped it, swept it, bam, straight back up. And that was it. I mean, that was the whole day. Just a grind higher off that, sweep of the lows, and you basically stayed sideways the rest of the day. The upside move came into exactly our target, our Thursday high a day. This is exactly the levels that we had yesterday. I have not touched these charts since yesterday morning. So pretty damn perfect levels here on the live stream. If we go here, this was our yesterday analysis. And you can see this is the analysis we talked about on the live stream yesterday. So we had Thursday high a day, 25,732, PDL 25,564, and yeah, 25,732, 25,564. That was your entire day. So pretty damn perfect, if you ask me. Levels are absolutely spot on. The action inside of them are, can be difficult to profit off of, but the spots on the markets are very clear here, and I'm just going to continue to have that on my charts. So really no changes there. We got to get outside of this gray zone. We either got to break Monday, Tuesday's lows now, or we got to break this Tuesday high, this Monday rejection, and then this pre-market rejection that we can clearly see came in this morning. So same NTZ, nothing has changed. There is still that key inflection point at 25,670, which you can see this morning is reacting right here. So this is still an inflection point here in the pre-market, as you can see right here, 25,670. So it's basically a channel within a channel. So you are now channelception, right? A channel within a channel. And how many more channels are you going to create now? This channel, and then this channel, and then this channel. This is tough. This is why. And if you sort of feel like you've been slow a little bit lately, and your trading has been slow a little bit, I think you're actually doing the right thing. So I mean, I haven't done much this month so far, and if I look at pretty much since December 1st, which is right, this is December 1st, and this is December 10th. I mean, I can't blame you if you're having a whatever month so far. I mean, sure, I'm sure there's obviously still opportunities, but no big ones, no major moves, nothing that I have FOMO about. So, hey, if it's got to be a little bit of a slow month inside this range, then so be it. But I hope that we're going to get a move outside of it. I really do. And hopefully today gives us some inclination of that. We're still holding above the key major demands, right? So on FOMC today, something I am looking forward to see is if we can maybe get a little panic drop. I would love a little panic drop, actually. I think a panic drop could be good for the upside. If we can maybe get a little panic drop back to 25.4, maybe back towards this 25.2, come back down to the daily 20, daily 50, right? Get a little panic going to the downside, and then see if the buyers can step back up here. That could be a nice pit stop, sort of fuel up for the bulls that I would look for. Pretty confident that, these demand lows are going to stay true. You're still well above the 20 and 50. So pullbacks from this point are still very good opportunities in my book. As long as you're above 25.2, I still think you're looking at some very nice demand levels to look for pullback longs to. Under 25.2, things get a little bit more shaky back down to 25K. And then obviously under this, we're back to the daily 100 SMA at 24.7. So, I mean, the way the market's moving, just this really slow, nothing action, makes me think that you need one of these right here, right? Little panic drop, add liquidity back to the upside, and then we can actually get this thing going. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that today. So I'm hoping to see that actually, because I would try to get opportunistic off that if we can get a little panic drop back into some key demands. There's a really nice spot for that on the SPY as well that I'll point out today. If you are strong on FOMC and you just break this Thursday high, then, obviously watch out for the 25,850, 25.9 again, You know, that would be probably the most bearish thing to happen, is one of these and then one of these, right? And a nice smack of the 25.8, 25.9. So just be careful of that up there. If we do get a quick pop, be careful of the fade at the 25.9 level. That's still a very heavy supply. So make sure you have your levels ready to, you know, be watching them during the 2 o'clock, 2:30 volatility. 25.850, 25.9, 24, 25.4, 25.2 down below. Those are the major channel levels. And then anything inside of, I mean, pretty much anything inside of this channel is going to be a lot of noise. Really, it's all a lot of noise in here. These are the big levels here and here. Those are the key points. These are the key heavy spots. All this in here is just intraday, you know, short term, you know, holding the previous day lows, holding these Friday lows, maybe holding these Thursday lows for a little wick, right? Those aren't major spots, but they are definitely spots that react. And how do I prove that? Well, just look at the day over day, right? So I don't think, you know, yesterday's or Monday's lows is not a 4-hour daily chart level. It's not one of those big boy levels that I watch, but it absolutely is a level that causes reactions. And you can see right here yesterday, right? So we still watch those short-term micro levels, but we also understand they're not major spots and they definitely can be broken. And the breaks of those would be what gives me the inclination that another move could be coming in. So if we break this high, if we hold above this high, then I might think that we're going to get upside to that high. If we break these lows and we fail below these lows, then maybe I'm going to think we're going to get our move to 25.4, right? So that's that. Yeah, sideways days are account killers. They're account killers for those that can't stop touching it, right? And so, you know, I've taken some intraday trades lately, but very few. Most of my trades have been sort of timed positions, which I'm happy about at the moment. Yeah, just don't push it. Right? Like what we talked about yesterday was, don't push it in a market that's not giving you that opportunistic look. Yesterday, I took one trade. It was a Coinbase long. Took a little 10, 15%. Actually went up to 30%, which was not, actually, I think it might have went 35, 40% at the peak. But took a nice little Coinbase trade yesterday, and that was about it. Right? Took one Coinbase trade and just watched CRWV and Circle just sort of rip for me, which was awesome. So that was it for me yesterday. And I think today, you know, still going to watch those swings. Maybe I'll take a little something on the intraday if I see it. But besides that, I'm going to lay pretty low until this channel figures itself out. S&P 500 futures, we absolutely are still above the 70 or 67.90, 68.12. So another panic drop type of situation that I wouldn't mind seeing. Give me a little panic drop. Give me a dip into the 67.90, 68.12. Give me a dip into that daily 20, daily 50. And then let me see if I can find some bullish, you know, bulls stepping up off that level again. I think you need to get some liquidity in this market. It's too sideways. Give me the panic drop. Give me the V-shaped recovery. Give me some juice in the markets. Get things moving a little bit. So I don't mind a panic drop. I really don't. Give me that drop that makes everyone's like, what the hell is going on? Oh my God, big downside FOMC. Here we go. You know, we're going straight down. And then, you know, give me that demand hold. Give me that daily 20, daily 50 spot. And let me see if I can, you know, find some bullish momentum off that level. That's what I'm hoping for. That's my A+ today. My A+ today is, and it doesn't have to be a trade today, right? Give me a panic drop today. Give me a close in this demand. And then let me see if we build back out of it the rest of the week. Something like that is my A+. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but I'm preparing for it. And I'm not going to panic on a drop today into these demands. That's for sure. So 67.90, 68.12, that's the area I'd be watching. This high right here, daily 20, daily 50. If you drop this, I would be a little bit more concerned, personally. If you do drop this 67.90 today, if you fail back under this high, and you fail back under the daily 20, daily 50, then it might be time to give back this move right here. Right, so you guys remember, we were tracking this straight up move for quite some time, you know, this week here. We still need to remember that that's there. That is your Monday high retest that we were talking about, that 67.30 spot. You might need that, right? You might need this. You might need to fill this in right here, this straight up move. No good deed goes unpunished. Maybe today's the day you get that, right? So stay open to that as well. 67.90. If you break this 20 and 50 SMA, daily moving average, you might get your 67.30. So keep an eye on that as well. 67.30, the retest of that Monday high still has not happened, right? We had this big expansion, consolidation. We have not pulled back to test this breakout point. So something to be aware of there. For now, the S&P 500 trading within our NTZ. This was the Thursday low. This was Monday's lows. And you can see here in the pre-market holding that same level, 68.35. To the upside, 68.80. You can see we just sat at this 68.64 yesterday, the inflection point we had. And that was actually quite a nice rejection point yesterday, right around here, right? Look at that little, you tried to flip it. I mean, look at how clean that 68.64 was. Let me zoom in on this. So you can see this was pretty much all of yesterday's action. You had morning 68.64 rejections, which turned into 68.64 support, right? Which then flipped back into 68.64 rejections. So just an entire day based off of this level, right? The entire day was based off of the exact level that we had on this live stream, 68.6450, right here, 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 right here. The entire day based off of one singular level. And we had it. So right there, pretty damn clean. So today, that's going to be another level. If we trade back up into that, do we reject it? Do we get back over it? Does it create something? Yesterday, it didn't really create anything. It just decided to stick around it. Below it, above it, back below it. That's it. That's really it. There's really nothing else to say here. Big supply is 6,900. Big demand is 68.12, 67.90. And inflection point, middle of the zone, is 68.64. So you got your top of the range, you got your bottom of the range, and you have your sort of center point right here. And that's really it. So S&P 500, SPY. So here's what I think would be the best thing for the market, okay? Here's what I think would be fantastic for the market, and I think you want to prepare yourself for this possibility. I truly believe that a pullback to 674 is something you would like to see on this market. That would definitely, panic some people, though, because that would be a little bit of a drop from here. That would be about a 1.4% drop. Now, that drop, in my opinion, would reset this upside trend very nicely. It would bring us back down to that daily 20, daily 50. It would bring us back down to these daily highs right here. It would bring us back down to these highs right here. And it would sort of reset the move, right, back to the daily 20, daily 50, and then another one of those, upside moves once again. That's really what I'd love to see. That's, I think, the best thing you can look for today is, can we get a pullback to 674, 673? If we can, give me that opportunity, possibly back to the upside. That would only happen, though, if you actually break under this 680, 678 level, which you can see has held very nicely over the last week. So Monday's lows, Tuesday's lows, Wednesday's lows of last week, 680, 678, that could hold again, if we drop into it. So I would be careful. I would not short the market looking for this move unless you broke under 678. If you broke under 678, then I think you will get this move back to the daily 20, daily 50. But for now, these lows can absolutely hold tight, and you can see they absolutely are still holding tight. So, yeah. That is a nice spot, though. 674, 672. I'd keep an eye on that. 674, 674, 673. My bad. It's the other number on the Qs, which we'll talk about in a second. So that's that. It's really it. Look for that 674, 673. Look for that daily 20, daily 50. If we get a pullback, yeah, we have that little gap there still. Yep, it's little. It's I mean, it's sort of there, but I love this daily high here. This daily high is super important, man. That daily high is just super clean right here. These daily highs, and then right there. What a clean little spot that would be. Little daily candle, couple daily candles back to here, and then bam, pop that thing back higher. I think that makes a lot of sense. QQQ, you have the same read, and that's 612, 613. Now, that's a little bit lower than you probably are comfortable with, but that is where the spot is. Not sure you're going to get that. You're going to need a bearish FOMC move, that's for sure, because you still got plenty of demands that are still holding. But if I look at this daily chart, and I go to, let's go to like a clean daily chart. Here it is right here, right? Take a look at this. So you got daily highs here. Turn this on. You got daily highs here. You got daily highs here. You got that between 613, 614, right? Right in between here. And that's also the daily 20, daily 50. So do you need a little one of these, right? Nice little one of these, and then one of these. That's that would be understandable. Absolutely. Absolutely understandable. So keep an eye out for that. You know, prepare for it. Don't panic if it happens. Know how big of an opportunity that is. You know, that's the people that make the money here. Prepared for that potential opportunity. Previous 4-hour high, previous 4-hour high, previous 4-hour high, previous 4-hour low, previous 4-hour high, previous 4-hour low. Bam, bam, right? So that's something I'm looking out for. I just wanted to sort of get you guys' mind on that today because I think that's quite a nice look. But that only happens if you get downside, which you are not. So you would also need to get downside underneath this major low right here, which is the Tuesday, Wednesday lows from last week. So 617, 618 can absolutely still hold. So you would need to have a pretty aggressive drop under 617.50 to even get close to that 613, 612 down here. So it would require some pretty massive breaks of key levels. So we'll see if that really can occur today. But for now, man, you are just sitting here, and you're actually sort of squeezing right now for whatever reason. Palantir's on the move? Okay. Yeah, I saw that in the pre-market. Yeah, I mean, yesterday, sweep of the lows, back to these same supply highs we had. So levels remain the same. Get us outside of it. IWM, very clear channel. Again, another beautiful upside move off that yesterday. I mean, straight up and then straight back down, but another nice channel low move yesterday. Look at this IWM. We had the 250 level. Did anyone catch anything off 250? I mean, that's pretty damn perfect. Highs, lows, lows, lows. 3 days in a row, 250, holding. And then the same rejection point now 4 days in a row, 252, 253. So that's a nice 3-point range on the IWM right now. That is about the clearest channel you could ever see. I mean, that's the same high and same low now for 3-4 days, right? So here we go again. Same low. Do we get the break? Do we finally see it fail? What's going to happen outside of this range? That is why I have two very clear alerts set on the IWM here to see which side this breaks. Okay. SMH real quick. If you guys please could, press that like button. Subscribe to the channel. SMH actually looks pretty damn strong this morning. SMH has been fine. Right? We've been talking about the SMH strength still being there, which makes me, sort of trust this market still. Wednesday's highs, Thursday's highs, Monday's lows, Tuesday's lows. Right? So sticking still above that key level there, it's 364.50. I still think this pullback to 360, 357 is a great pullback. If I go out to the 4-hour chart, you're going to see that is a nice little spot. You can see right back here, nice previous highs. Could be a nice little pullback long spot to be looking for. All-time highs, not that far away, 372.78. You're about 2 points away from the all-time highs on SMH. Man, what a beauty. What an absolute beaut, man. Tesla actually making sense. And these are the times where trading Tesla is a good time, right? Because Tesla, this could not have made more sense from our Monday morning analysis, talking about needing a pullback to the daily 50. That opportunity happening perfectly. And then our yesterday analysis talking about how we got the pullback to our 434, to our previous triple top highs, and to our daily 50 SMA, and how that could create a long opportunity. I mean, it could not have been more perfect over the last 2 days for Tesla. Exact pullback we expected and exact bounce we expected. This is a great example to you guys out there of how when you see straight up moves, you need to think in the back of your mind, and you need to get the degenerate bull out of your mind and say, okay, that was straight up. We probably need to see that get filled before this upside continues, right? And this could not be a better example of that. You had a nice consolidation on Tesla, which led to a sharp expansion move here on Wednesday of last week. And that just simply cannot be, you just have to fill that type of move, right? It's fun on that day. It's very exciting on that day. Everyone's, popping champagne bottles. What a day for Tesla. The thing about those moves is you have to remember that on the backside of that move, there is always going to be that straight down day. Now, here's the thing. Here's what people fail to realize. That is still good, right? So this is good and this is good if you have a longer time horizon, right? If your time horizon is not day over day and it's more like month over month or week over week, and you're just, you have some time on your position and you say, all right, I just want to see Tesla go higher over the next 6 months. What do I need to see happen? Well, I need to see Tesla continue to make higher lows and higher highs, and I'm going to track this correctly and understand that if we do have this straight up move, then I should expect it to come back down, and that might actually be my next opportunity, or at least I need to hold my position, understanding that that is still just fine in terms of the bigger picture move, right? So, I mean, this could not be more perfect. It's previous triple top highs. It's a breakout, which was awesome. Very, made a lot of money on this swing trade, made 10K on this swing trade. Sold my swing trade on Friday. Why did I sell my swing trade on Friday? Well, one, because my expiration was approaching, and two, I knew that, hey, we probably going to need a pullback here. We got our pullback. We bought the Januaries. We got our pullback. I should have added yesterday. That's the one thing I could have done better, was added to that drop, but I didn't. But of course, I held it. And a nice day yesterday for the longer term swing trade. So really nice stuff, man. Those are the things you got to pay. I mean, that really is a difference maker in trading. Okay. Everyone wants to learn like a technical strategy. Everyone wants to learn, right, reading price action. What a lot of people fail to learn is market structure and how to track a bigger picture move, right? How do I track what this thing is doing? How do I understand what is what is behind the scenes? What is working right now? Is Tesla in a bullish move, and do I need to trust pullbacks? And ever since that reclaim of 414.50, it has just been perfect structuring moves higher, right? Just a nice clean structure move that if you can learn to understand and find, you can really be in some type of a flow state, Zen state when pullbacks happen. And not just an absolute, schizophrenic on every move that happens on a minute chart, right? It's really key to not be schizophrenic on like every second that the chart moves, right? When that starts to happen, you just start to lose your mind and you lose track of where the stock actually is. So, this downside on Monday was absolutely not taking me out of my Tesla position, knowing that this pullback was actually just a retest of the daily 50. So, again, long conversation there, but super important. And, that's really what I talk about more than anything in our group, in the insiders group. That's like market structure is like everything we teach. So 443, 445, that really is the key spot there. I would be watching that today, Thursday's lows, look to see if that can hold strong. If this can create a higher low here, you're going higher. If you fail back under 443, 445, maybe you have another visit with the daily 50 for maybe another opportunistic pop, but we'll see. But either way, Tesla looks great to me. NVIDIA is a limp dog with its tail between its legs. This is what I was cautious of yesterday. We were talking about limp, and we went limp. I just can't get behind this stock anymore. I don't know. I can't. I'll hold it long term in my swing, you know, in my long term portfolio. I got nothing wrong with that. I own shares at like 30 post split. But man, I just can't get behind trading this anymore. It's just not inviting. Yesterday was an absolute shit show of a day for Nvidia. Absolute shit show. All day. This was all day, man. What is this? Something is definitely behind the scenes on this stock. It's very clear. It's pinned. It's pinned, and it's just not as it's not free. It's not free like it once was. The stock split absolutely affected it, and for some reason, it's just no longer a free-flowing stock. Maybe, you know, I eat my words, and I hope I eat my words, man. I hope I eat my words. I hope I do, because I'd love to see Nvidia come back to be the beast it used to be, but it's no longer that beast. It's a limp dog with its tail between its legs on a daily basis. So 184.50, it's holding the key level, so it could set something up here. You definitely should still watch it. I still pop into Nvidia on a daily basis to see what the hell is going on, but yeah, 184.50, if it can hold that, that would be very good, and it is holding that. So this technically is a good hold. I'm not going to say it's a bad hold, but I have no confidence that real price action is going to develop off this. Not yet, at least. We'll see. AMD, huge momentum on the intraday, stood no chance against the major supply above. Still massive supply rejecting. 226, another smackdown right at that level yesterday. So still need to get over 226. Nothing here. MU has been a fantastic price action chart. Now, this is what you call price action, right? This is what Nvidia is not doing. So you might say, oh, what do you mean by Nvidia is not trading well? Well, here you go. This is a stock that's trading well, right? Look at the structure here. You have some previous highs, previous lows, previous highs, turning into lows. You have these highs turning into lows. You have these highs now looking to turn into lows, right? This is the type of action you're looking for in the stock market. This is the type of structuring moves and actual continuation that you're looking for. So MU has been a great stock. And I have failed to trade MU. I probably should be trading this more than I have been. But regardless, MU 249, 250, really nice potential pullback long to be looking for to continue this structure, right? Here's your structure. This is your new structure. Here's your previous structure, right here. And you're just structuring higher. 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're just creating those boxes, creating that structure. Very nice. So 249, 250, something to watch on MU. Nothing much on Qualcomm. Broadcom has been awesome, man. Just continuing to hold my Broadcom. I have no plans of selling Broadcom prior to FOMC or prior to earnings. I am a big believer in Broadcom, and I will believe in this stock for the next year. So happy to eat my words on a lead position. Not going to panic out of this thing. Yeah. Broadcom is my baby and will stay my baby. So 395, 400. I think this is a great base that's building above. You can see we are now building above those previous all-time highs. You have some previous highs here. You're now building above that spot. As long as Broadcom can stay above 395, 400, I think it's very good. Even a pullback at this point to 385 would be just fine. Yeah, I'm staying true to this stock. What else? Oh, you know, ARM's actually quite interesting today. There's a little bit of a daily chart setup I want to just talk to you about here on ARM. I think it's something worth watching. Right here, just keep a little bit of an eye on this, all right? Just, you know, set an alert. I'm not saying it's a ready position quite yet, but there's something going on here. Something a little interesting right here. You got a little 3-day pullback back down to the daily 20, daily 200. And if ARM can reclaim the daily 200 SMA here and break out of this little 3-day pullback, this could actually be quite interesting. And also the reason I'm so interested in this is because you have basically nothing north of this level. This is all just sort of straight down. This is almost on a daily basis straight down. So this really could fire back quickly, especially if semis stay strong. So yeah, this is sort of interesting for me in ARM. Sort of a lost soul, a forgotten about soul here on the semiconductor names. You know, one that sort of looked past quite often and quite a little interesting situation going on here off the daily 20, daily 200. Quite a little interesting flagging action right here. So if we can reclaim this 144 spot, you can get back above these highs. It could be meaningful. I would be watching that. That's it's a little sneaky one right there. ASML is great. Yeah, creating that 4-hour flag still above 1100, 1086. So that's still a good spot there. Okay, let's continue. Apple, love this. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. You guys in the group know I like this one. Looking good. I definitely would be watching this. Apple, daily 20. Nice pullback to these highs. Nice pullback to these lows. Nice consolidation, stepping up. It's going to definitely try to fake people out. There's no doubt about it, right? Maybe a couple days or a couple moves underneath. But I'm thinking this is a great opportunity. 4% pullback on an absolute mega trend. I mean, this is just a mega trend on Apple. There's no doubt about it. Look at this trend on Apple. This is a massive move. Healthy move. Healthy, right? This is a healthy upside move on Apple. This is not straight up. This is not expansion where, you know, it's just too far expanded. It's not, you know, a blow off top type of move. This is a healthy stock market movement. Structuring, right? Just nice consolidation leading to the next high. Nice consolidation leading to the next high. Nice consolidation leading to the next high, right? So what is it doing now? Nice consolidation. Will it lead to the next high? I have no reason to think that it's not. Why would I think now it's not going to? So, yeah, I think you stay true to it. I think you understand what kind of trend this is in, and you got to take a risk. That's it. You know, it's at the end of the day, that's it, man. I think that's the hardest part for most people is you have to take the risk. It's the only way. Why are we here if we're not taking risks, right? Why are we here? What are we here for? Wasting our time to watch charts for no reason? Take your risk. You're not going to make money trading if you don't take risks, right? So when it looks like that and you got a clear reason, take your risk. I'm not here to spend 5-6 hours a day to watch green and red candles without putting some risk on. I mean, that's just the truth. So that's very interesting. Watch that. Amazon, sort of interesting as well. It's reclaiming. Actually, this is very interesting. Let me reassess the wordage there. This is very interesting, may I add. This is a great pullback. This is a great pullback to this high. This is a great pullback to the daily 100. This is a great sweep of these lows, may I add, right? This is exactly what you're looking for. A look that it was going to fail, which we actually thought it was going to fail yesterday, and it battles back and sweeps those lows and traps the shorts from yesterday, right? That's good. That's what you want to see there. And now, yeah, I mean, look at this 4-hour chart, right? Look how big this level is here, 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 here. Yeah, this is probably one of my top watches today, actually. Very nice sweep of those lows. Very nice reclaim of the daily 100. Seeing some strength off this exact zone this morning. So, yeah, big watch Amazon. Keep an eye on that. Meta gap fill overnight. Of course, it had to happen overnight. That sucks because I would have loved to trade this. But I mean, spot on 660 fails. Hey, not bad. Not bad. I mean, spot on 660 fails. That's the exact level we were talking about. Straight to the downside into our 648. I mean, it's perfect. You just had to trust it overnight. That's the only downfall. But, hey, not bad. Big demand. Excuse me. Big demand, 648, 642. Gap has been filled. Gap fills down to, yep, 6. Technically, that's the close of this candle. Technically. So, technically, gap fill is 639. That's the technical gap fill. Would I expect some demand to step up between 642, 648? Yeah, absolutely. But technical gap fill is 639. Google, been a very bizarre move up here, but it's still, I mean, you know what Google's doing right now, guys? This is our time correction, right? Absolutely, this is our time correction type move, right? What is Google doing? You see it. Google's just waiting for the daily 20 to catch up. That's all. All right, look at this. This is another mega trend. Look at this mega trend. Look at these SMAs. Perfect fanning SMA action here. This period is basically what happened right here. See this? See how we expanded over the 20? Had a lot of chop and sideways action. Had a little downside move into where? The daily 20. Then what happened? Bam. Now what are you doing? Consolidation, chop, nothing really going on. What's happening? Daily 20's catching up, right? Once you get that daily 20 to tap, that's where you look for that next move. And then that's your time correction move on Google, right? Time correction meaning it's not dropping to correct itself. It's just consolidating and waiting for moving averages to step up. So that's what I think on Google. I'm definitely going to keep watching this thing. I think it's just fine. Daily 20s right here at the 304 spot. Maybe a few more days of consolidation before that eventually fires. Yeah. Got a helicopter outside. Close the blinds. They're here. I'm just kidding. That hurt though. Damn. Tax evasion. All right, let's continue. So, what's next? Meta, Google, Amazon, Apple. Let's go. Netflix has been nothing. What's Oracle doing? Yeah, Oracle's still holding. Oracle's still holding. That's been a nice hold spot. Unfortunately, you have earnings tonight, so that's a little tough. But hey, could be a nice watch. Oracle reclaiming these lows back above the daily 200. And that's definitely something to keep eyes on post-earnings. Palantir, yep, big push. Big push in the pre-market. It tapped right into these highs, right? Right into those highs. So this is the big spot to watch here. Watch 187.62. Big 4-hour highs. Watch this high up here. Hood, 140. Oklo, 110, 100. Really nothing, just consolidation for now, even though I think that's good consolidation. The reason I would watch some nuclear today is you did get some news, I think, this morning. Let me see here. Insiders. Trump Energy Department to finance up to 10 nuclear reactors in bid to kickstart nuclear energy renaissance. So that's sort of interesting news. Oklo not getting much love off that this morning, but watching this 100 demand for sure. GEV is absolutely on fire. This was one of our, I don't know if you guys remember when we first found this stock. When did we first find this stock? I think we found it like back in May of last year. Or, sorry, was it last year or this year? I don't remember. When did we buy this stock? I need to go back and look. Forgot when it was. I know you guys in the Discord remember this. I forgot when we bought this originally. But GEV is just an awesome stock. It continues to just outperform. Look for the all-time highs hold on GEV. 664, 677, right between here, right here, right in here. 664, 677. I would be watching GEV. Big stock. Around 300, right? March. Last year, early summer. March of last year. Early summer last year, be August. Yeah. That was a great move, man. What else I got on the Desi TA today? Let's take a look. Carvana was sick yesterday. Same, just perfect spot on Carvana. Matt, appreciate that, man. Intel, INTC. So Intel just had a massive run up into this weekly supply at 42. So, I mean, I would anticipate this to be a pretty heavy spot here. 42.50, 43 area. That's going to be tough. I mean, for me, the only entry point would be, I'd maybe look for like a pullback to these highs right here at 37, or possibly back down to that 33. Let's go to CRWV and Circle. So awesome day yesterday. Awesome. Exactly what I wanted. If we go to the daily chart, we can see that CRWV finally found the juice off this daily low. So right here, the whole swing trade has been based off of these daily lows. Right here. Daily low, daily low. We needed to see it hold above that and reclaim, right? A little reclaim ripper above these daily lows. That's exactly what it did yesterday, and had a nice rip pretty much all throughout the morning, right off that daily low zone right there. And so today, I think a little bit tough into the 92, but I'm going to be watching now these previous highs right around this 88, right around this 89 zone, and I'm going to see if this thing wants to create a higher low today. All right, if we can create a higher low above 89, 88, 37 there, that's good stuff, right? That's good stuff. Highs, these highs, these lows, right? Keep an eye on this zone. Can CRWV bounce? Great move on CRWV. Circle, equally as beautiful. Circle, we were talking about this pullback that might be necessary to 81, 82, right? That was right here. These lows, these highs, and look at the bounce off that level yesterday. Beautiful. Ripped right off that exact level. We go to the 1 minute chart. Look where you bounced off of. Right there, right? Bam. Same spot, exact spot. Straight up, beautiful move. Today, now, you're looking to see if we can hold over these highs right here, right? Bam, bam, bam. Can you turn that into a new low? If you can, would love the upside. Now, here's the thing I'm concerned about. Obviously, this is a very straight up, straight down move, so maybe it needs to dip in a little bit in there, but you did go straight down. You went straight back up, which is great. Now, can you hold strong above these structure highs? That's what I'd be watching. RGTI, yeah, consolidation for now. Consolidation for now. It's still good. It just needs to find that, it needs to find a day like yesterday for Circle and CRWV. You need to get that spark. Could be hard to wait for. It's tough, but you like to be in before it. You got to trust the bigger picture. All right, guys, it's 8:50. It's time for me to go. Today, trading with the mentorship group. If you guys want to join the mentorship group, check out the link down below. Put your name on the wait list. We'll have ADR in the Discord community today, trading live. And that's about it. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I will be in the Discord group in the trading community at 2 o'clock, 2:30 today. If you're a part of us there. Damn, I messed my nail up. I kicked like this. I have like this thing for my foot, like you roll your foot on. And I kicked it pretty good when I ran away from the cops there. All right. Have a fantastic trading day. Good luck out there. Be careful before the FOMC action. Press that like button. Subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.